Is your body secretly sabotaging your ability to build muscle after 50? If you're trying to build muscle, but constantly feel tired, weak, and stuck with all that stubborn belly fat, there could be one culprit that's holding you back. And that is stress and its evil sidekick, cortisol. Yep, if you're doing fasted cardio every morning, spending the day stressing, and participating in long-ass marathon workouts multiple times a week, you could be handing your muscle on a silver platter to the stress monster. Let me ask you a question. Did you know that every time you stress the hell out, you could be waving goodbye to testosterone and muscle gains? Now, I'm going to show you how to turn the tables to build more muscle after 50 while controlling your cortisol. I'm Simon H., your Muscle After 50 coach, and we all know how important muscle is for vitality, longevity, and that old man strength. So, stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll not only be able to control cortisol like a boss, but you'll also be able to fire up that testosterone and torch that belly fat once and for all. You ready? Come on, let's grow. Cortisol is that stress hormone your body releases when you wake up, when you're under pressure at work, when you're being chased by a tiger, or when your kids accidentally dent the car. Yeah, we've all been there before, but here's the kicker. Cortisol isn't all bad, because it wakes you up, helps you to react to threats, but if it's consistently elevated, it becomes a muscle-building destroyer. You see, when cortisol gets too high, your testosterone tanks. And for us guys over 50, having your testosterone camp out in the basement, it's the last thing we need, especially if, like me, you're not enhanced or on TRT. Let's get real for a moment. Chronic stress keeps your body in that fight or flight mode. When this happens, your body thinks, hey, let's save resources by breaking down that muscle, because we all need energy to save our life. And what's worse, high cortisol signals to your body to store fat, especially around that belly section. It's like your body's way of saying, here's a little stress souvenir. You're in the gym, lifting heavy, doing your part to build muscle after 50. But without controlling stress, your body is in catabolism, burning muscle, not building it. Testosterone, the king of muscle-building hormones, gets smothered under high cortisol levels. Less testosterone means slower recovery, lower energy, and let's face it, less motivation to train. All right, enough of the doom and gloom. Let's talk solutions. You're not powerless here. In fact, here are 3 science-backed ways you can crush cortisol to fuel your gains. Tip number 1. Yep, you got to forget about fasted cardio. Here's why. For men over 50, that's a cortisol bomb waiting to go off. When you hear fitness advice, fasted cardio might seem like that magic bullet for fat loss. After all, do cardio first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, you're going to tap into fat faster, right? Well, that's only part of the picture. For men over 50 who want to protect their testosterone and maintain healthy hormones without relying on testosterone replacement therapy, fasted cardio can actually be a hormonal nightmare. When you wake up, cortisol is naturally high. That's the stuff that gets you up in the morning and gives you energy. However, engaging in fasted cardio while your cortisol is already elevated adds more stress, causing cortisol to spike even higher. What happens next is chronically high cortisol suppresses testosterone production. It promotes muscle breakdown, turning muscle tissue into energy instead of preserving it for strength and longevity. You see, building muscle and maintaining metabolic health after 50 requires an anabolic state. However, fasted cardio tips your body into a catabolic state. With no food, especially protein to fuel your exercise, your body turns to muscle glycogen, and eventually that muscle tissue for energy. Testosterone and cortisol have a kind of a seesaw relationship. When cortisol is raised, testosterone usually drops. Now, with fasted cardio in particular, it can be damaging because your body is already in that low energy fasted state. And instead of prioritizing muscle preservation and hormonal production, now with fasted cardio, it has to focus on survival. Now, this is what I do. I like to take about 30 grams of our high digesting whey isolate protein shake first thing in the morning, just about 30 minutes before I go on my walk. This will ensure that I can regulate cortisol levels and prevent muscle breakdown. I will also take about 500 megs of vitamin C because research shows that vitamin C can reduce your body's stress response by regulating cortisol. Tip number 2, let's talk a bit about training. Now, when you train, cortisol naturally spikes to metabolize energy. But here's the twist. Testosterone also rises to stimulate muscle growth and repair. The problem? If your workout drags on too long, cortisol can outstay its welcome and start breaking down muscle. The key is to get in, hit it hard, and get out. No wasting time. This is why high-intensity training is a game changer. It's efficient, pushing your muscles to failure quickly without giving cortisol too much of a chance to hijack your gains. Tip number 3, you gotta sleep like your gains depend on it, because they do. Sleep is where your testosterone production goes into overdrive. If you're not getting enough solid sleep, cortisol can stay elevated and your gains suffer. It's as simple as that. And if you have a problem with sleeping, you've got to check out this video. We'll give you all the tips about how to up the quality of your sleep. Now we've got one bonus tip for you, and that is how to control your stress levels outside of the gym. Stress is like that annoying guy at the gym who won't shut the hell up. He's constant and he's draining. Now, if you want to control your cortisol and keep it in check and protect your hard-earned muscle, especially after 50, you need to concentrate on stress management. Now, here's a game plan. Number 1, you gotta move like a boss. A 10-minute walk outside can lower cortisol levels fast. Nature is like a reset button for your brain. Tip number 2, breathe like you mean it. Try this. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale for 6. Do that a few times and watch your stress melt like ice cream in a sauna. You've also got to fuel smart. Low blood sugar, high cortisol. Eat protein-packed meals with healthy carbs throughout the day to keep your stress monster away and helps you from staying hangry. And the final tip is you got to laugh it off. Now let me leave you with this. Control your cortisol, control your gains. Stress less, grow more. Now, if you found this helpful, hit the like button, and while you're there, press subscribe. And hey, drop a comment below and let me know if you've been making any of these stress mistakes. And let's build muscle after 50 together. I'll see you on the next round.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important announcement.
When you download our free cheat sheet, not only will you discover the secrets to transforming your body and your life in your 50s faster than you ever imagined, you'll also discover how to gain muscle in your 50s. This will shock you, not only because of how easy it is, but the speed at which you'll see results. You'll also find how to lose weight in your 50s. We'll reveal the method that completely flips everything you thought you knew on its head. No fad diets, no grueling cardio sessions. And if you've been feeling like a dead car battery, it's time to get your energy back. We'll show you how. Now, the link for this free cheat sheet is in the description.